my channel, and if you're new, welcome. It's Tom MacDonald Tuesday, which means more reactions to Tom MacDonald music. This reaction is going to be to the official music video for his track Fake Fans. Judging by the title of this, it's probably going to be a good one, and it sounds as if he's going to be calling out all the fans that pretend they are fans but either don't agree with what he has to say, or they kind of backstab him and, you know, talk bad about him behind his back, while also pretending to love him and what he stands for and all of that. I'm just assuming, judging by the the title, unless he's referring to not his fans but maybe other people's fans who, you know, claim to love the people and kiss their backsides to their face and then talk bad about them. I have no idea. We will soon find out. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what Tom has for us. Here we go.
Please don't make a song on race. Please don't make a song on guns. Please don't rap about girls in chains. Please don't rap about doing drugs. Please don't sell out. Please don't fail us. Please don't kill yourself and blame us. Please don't blow up. Just get better. Please stay underground forever. Please don't let the money change you. Please be good with what you made. Please remain who you were when we found you halfway in your grave. Are you depressed again? Write about it. Please explain. Cause when you feel like dying, that just helps me through my day. Look, I ain't changing for a buck. I ain't changing for a fan. I ain't changing nothing up. This is who the I am. If you with me, I hope that y'all enjoy it. Beware of all the fake fans trying to destroy it. Yeah, I ain't switching it up. I am the man that I was way before I blew up and everyone fell in love. Never once gave a been doing me from the jump, and I will never become the man that you wish I was. You ain't my mama. Yeah, you ain't my boss. You ain't my papa. Yeah, you ain't the Jesus on my cross. God bless you though.
Wow, okay. Straight off the bat, he was just coming in looking absolutely crazy for a start. All those costume changes and those wigs and outfits and everything. He literally just wasn't going to mess around. Straight away he came in with what he wanted to say, and I love that. That's one thing I love about Tom. Just as I suspected, he is talking about people that claim to love him and claim to be huge fans of him, but at the same time they're kind of trying to get him to change or be somebody that he's actually not. And it, you know, especially if it kind of doesn't quite gel with what they think that he should be saying in his songs and in his music. And I mean, I must admit, I've said this in a lot of his reactions that I've done of his now. If you've watched those other ones, you will know this, that where I don't agree with every single thing Tom says, and I've never made any secret of that, at the same time I completely respect him for the person that he is, for everything that he has to say. And that is just a part of life. Dare I say it, it's a part of life that even the people that you are fans of and the people that you admire and respect and look up to, you are never going to necessarily agree with every single thing that they say all of the time. That is just part of being human, is that you're not going to agree with everyone all of the time. And even the people that you are so similar to, that seem to think pretty much the same way as you do and that live their lives the very similar way, at the same time there are going to be differences. There's going to be things that you agree with and things that you disagree with. Even if I may not agree with every single thing Tom has to say in his songs, and sometimes he'll say things in his songs and I'll think, oh, I don't quite agree with that. At the same time, I will usually say, I totally get where he's coming from. I see his point. He makes brilliant points, and he does. This guy is an absolute genius when it comes to, as I've said many times before, to starting conversations, to opening up discussions about any subject, about drug use, about music and rap culture and race and society and the way people live and the elites and celebrities in general. And just he's just so brilliant at what he does that, to me personally, I can't help but love the guy, even if I don't agree with every single thing that he says. And there are a few things that I think, okay, I see where you're going, but I have my own view about it. It differs slightly to yours. there is no way that I would disrespect the guy for saying the things that he says and being who he is. He is his own person. He knows his own mind. And that is one thing that I greatly respect about him, is that he is not afraid to stand up and speak his mind, and he stands his ground. He sticks to his guns with what he's saying. And as he's already said in this song, he's the same person now, he's blown up, as to what he was before he blew up in music, before he had all these fans, this huge fan base and this huge following. He's never ever changed. He's always been like this. He's always held these views, and I'm sorry, you have to respect the guy for that. That is him, and why should anybody try to change him? You know, he shouldn't have to conform to fit somebody's ideals of what they think that he should say in his songs, just because they don't actually agree with him. I would never, like I say, even if I don't agree with every single thing, I would never turn around and say, oh, he shouldn't be saying that, or oh, he shouldn't, no, that's wrong, oh no, he should take that out of the song, oh, he shouldn't talk about stuff like that. No, he has every right to. It's freedom of speech. That's life. You're not going to agree with everybody, but you can still have the ultimate respect for someone and not try to change them. Why don't you just agree to disagree, is basically what he's saying. You know, you don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to love me, and if you don't, that's fine. That's your prerogative. That's your decision. It's, you know, you're free to like me or hate me. I don't care, but I'm not going to change for anybody. This is me, and if you don't like it, then sorry, move on. And I love that. I love the fact that he is still the same person. He's standing his ground with it. And he's not going out of his way, as I've said before, to be malicious or to divide people, or to be racist, or just a horrible person. He has these views. He has these views and opinions that he stands by, and he will defend in a brilliant way. May I add, he defends them in a brilliant way, and he makes some great points. And you have to respect the guy for it. I'm sorry, even if you don't like everything he says, you cannot help but admire him for points that he raises. He makes some brilliant points, and I'm sure he probably has been responsible for starting many conversations between family and friends. And yes, there might be conversations that they end in arguments or division. You know, not everybody is going to agree with each other. Some people will not change their minds. Some people are just rigidly set in their ways, and that's okay too, I suppose. It's just one of those things. You can't make someone change their mind just because you want them to, or you don't agree with them. That's not how freedom of speech works. Anyway, so far I'm absolutely loving this. This is just really catchy. It's amusing. It was amusing right off the bat, right from the start. Just him coming in, making out he's like these certain kinds of fans and dressed up in all these wigs and outfits and stuff. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm really interested to see what else he has to say in this. I'm sure there's a lot more great points that he's going to make, and he's going to call a lot of people out for being fake fans. So let's carry on and see what else he has to say.
Stop using auto-tune, cause you sound great, I love your voice. Please don't drink to kill the pain, you sobered up and made that choice. Please don't stop responding to my comments if you took it wrong. Please don't ever come down off that pedestal I put you on. Please don't contradict yourself and make songs with those famous rappers. Please just barely pay your rent, I'll buy a t-shirt, autograph it. Please don't ever change your style or cut your hair or switch your side. Do that and I'll leave you, please just stay the same until you die.
Look, I ain't changing for a buck, I ain't changing for a fan, I ain't changing nothing up, this is who the I am. If you with me, I hope that y'all enjoy it. Beware about the fake fans trying to destroy it, yeah.
I ain't switching it up, I am the man that I was. Way before I blew up and everyone fell in love. Never once gave a been doing me from the jump, and I will never become the man that you wish I was.
You ain't my mama, yeah. You ain't my boss. You ain't my papa, yeah. You ain't the Jesus on my cross. God bless you though.
Please don't talk about politics, please don't talk about God. Please don't get no more tattoos, I think you've got a lot. Please don't disagree with me, I only want the best for you. I only want what I agree with, I don't want the rest of you. Please take shots at mumble rappers, love it when you make those records. Please don't talk about mental health, I have never had depression. I only like your songs if when I listen I relate. The rest of all your music is just rapping that I really hate.
Look, I ain't changing for
Wow.
a buck, I ain't changing for a fan.
Wow, yeah, he makes a great point where he's basically calling out those people that say, there's some things that I only love you for the music that I relate to. The rest of it is just basically noise, and I don't agree with it and I hate it. Sorry, when you have an artist like this that is very outspoken and very much, I suppose, controversial in a lot of people's eyes, and is willing to say things about certain topics, whether that be the music industry, whether that be celebrity in general, society, race, drugs, mental health, anything like that, politics, I'm sorry, but you've kind of got to take the rough with the smooth, really. And like I said before, if you don't like what he has to say, if you're really that offended and upset by it, then just turn him off completely. Because if you're not willing to accept and appreciate and respect him for who he is, for the whole package, then sorry, you're not really a true fan. I don't think you're a true fan. It would be different if he was going out there deliberately and he was like, saying all of this stuff in his songs, and then on the choir or in his private life or whatever, he's a rapist, or he's a murderer, or he's abusing kids or something like that. Then that's a whole different thing. So please don't get me wrong and think, oh, okay, so you mean to say that you've got to basically love somebody blindly no matter what they do. It's, him, anybody. It's not about that. That is a completely different ball game. But in terms of like what he raps about, in terms of what his music is about, I think you've got to accept him as a whole package. If you're gonna like Tom MacDonald's music, then you've got to like the whole thing, the whole thing that he is. Just, you've got to like all of him, and you've got to respect all of him. And if he says certain things that you think, oh God, I'm really offended, I'm really disgusted by that, I can't believe, I expected better from him, I thought he was somebody different, then don't listen. You have the choice. So again, I love that point that he made. Absolutely brilliant. That's just perfectly summed up.
Ain't changing nothing up. This is who the I am. If you with me, I hope that y'all enjoy it. Beware of all the fake fans trying to destroy it. Yeah,
I ain't switching it up. I am the man that I was way before I blew up and everyone fell in love. Never
saying it, he's the same person. He's never changed.
I will never become the man that you wish I was.
You ain't my mama. Yeah, you ain't my boss. You ain't my papa. Yeah, you ain't the Jesus on my cross. God bless you though. If y'all are triggered, bro, what you listen for? I don't get it, bro. Act invincible. Y'all are though. I ain't switching, bro. Nothing's different, no. If you can't stand the heat, then get the up out that kitchen, bro.
I ain't switching it up. I am the man that I was way before I blew up and everyone fell in love. Never once gave a been doing me from the jump, and I will never become the man that you wish I was.
You ain't my mama. Yeah, you ain't my boss. You ain't my papa. Yeah, you ain't the Jesus on my cross. God bless you though. If y'all are triggered, bro, what you listen for? I don't get it, bro. Act invincible. Y'all are though. I ain't switching, bro. Nothing's different, no. If you can't stand the heat, then get the up out that kitchen, bro.
Nova, it's done it again. Shot another brilliant video. Yeah, I bet that's another one I would love to have actually seen the outtakes and the bloopers for that, like behind the scenes. Just to see like how much fun that was, dressing Tom up in different outfits and just making him pull those crazy faces and acting like all offended and sad as different fans sometimes obviously do. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love that beat, love the instrumental, really, really catchy, and went perfectly with the song. It was very in your face. It was very, like, if you don't like me, then screw you, basically. If you get offended and you're upset that much by my music and what I have to say, then don't expect me to change overnight. I'm not going to apologise for it. This is who I am. I've always been the same. I'm not going to change for you. I don't owe you anything. And if you can't accept me for the whole package that I am, then don't accept me at all. It's basically as simple as that. And I totally agree with him. Like I say, he's not one of those that's maliciously going out. He's not maliciously going out of his way to hurt anyone. He's not ruining anybody's life. He's not a serial killer. He's not a rapist. He's not a paedophile. He's not doing any of this horrible stuff on the quiet and then practicing, and then he's not practicing any of that and then preaching something completely the opposite in his songs. It doesn't make him a hypocrite. He's living his truth. He basically is who he says he is, and you can see that from through his music and the way he does his videos, and I respect it and I admire it, and I love that about him. And like I say, the day that I get so offended by anything that he says that I kind of, you know, it puts me off of his music or anything, rather than just carry on with the reactions and be sitting here thinking, oh, I really don't like this guy anymore, oh, he makes me cringe, oh god, I can't agree, you know, and having my mind keep going back to whatever upset me and then just doing it for the sake of doing it. I would rather actually stop doing Tom MacDonald reactions. I can't see that happening, but I'm just saying, this is the warning. But I'd like to think that I'm a little bit more open-minded than that, and hopefully I would not kind of be one of these fragile fake fans who gets really, really upset by one thing and then, you know, just wants to turn off his music completely just because of maybe one or two things that he said. You know, it's life. I'm afraid you're not going to have everybody agree with you all of the time. You're not going to please everybody all of the time. So that's a great piece of advice, is just stop trying, because it will never happen. There's always going to be somebody that's going to be disgruntled or upset or offended by something that you said or done. As long as you're not doing it maliciously and on purpose, and upsetting people as a whole, and really going out of your way to be a horrible person and to really ruin someone's life or people's lives in general, then I think you're okay to just carry on being a Tom, be more Tom MacDonald. That's what I say. I think he's doing it in a brilliant way and in a very clever way. He's a genius with it. And again, another great video shot by Nova, and obviously a concept that's been thought up between Nova and Tom together. They are always just so brilliant and creative in what they do with their music videos. I absolutely love it. And yeah, respect, just so much respect to Tom for everything that he says and does. I really admire his courage and his willingness to kind of call people out and call the industry out and call society out and politicians out and just the system for what it is and how corrupt it can be. Love it, absolutely loved this, thought it was brilliant. And yeah, I'm glad I finally got around to hearing this one, because I had heard a lot about it and it did keep popping up quite a lot on my recommended because of other Tom MacDonald songs obviously I've been reacting to, and this is one that just kept coming up, fake fans, and I was kind of thinking, oh, I can't wait to get around to this. Because I want to see what this is all about, see what he has to say. And I did assume then that he was obviously going to be calling out the fake fans, the people that claim to love him and respect him and, you know, love his music, but then get upset about one thing that he might say in a track and you know, start hating on him. I figured that's what it was about, judging by the title, and I guess I was right. So, and I love the fact in brackets as well it says diss. So he's basically like dissing those fake fans and telling them to, you know, just get going, just move along. If you don't like me and you can't accept me for me, then you don't have to stick around. So fair play to him. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this too. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more Tom MacDonald Tuesday reactions and reactions for other artists on Thursdays and Sundays. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.